I will continue to live here now that stability and safety have been restored. My name is Richard Cullen, and I'm 73 years of age, and I've been living in Hong Kong for most of the time since late 1991, so over 25 years. That it was a place where it was really interesting to live and incredibly safe to live and very efficient to live. So there really was a sense of possibility. I originally came, like so many, for 2 years, and here I am about 30 years later, still here. One of the things that I often do with my wife is really exploring Hong Kong. 30 years later, it's still great fun. But in terms of actual freedom, there is much more now than there was in 2019. The restrictions on freedom which the insurrection brought were very great. The university was closed down for half a semester. I couldn't come here for months on end. We had to shut down all of the Friday night classes because the fear was the students would not be able to get home because the MTR would be ransacked. And then very soon after that, there was things just got worse and worse, and eventually the students basically took over the campus for about a week. So all the teaching was terminated. The on-campus teaching had to be terminated because you couldn't safely run the classes. The law has been positive for Hong Kong, in my view. If I look back to 2019, that's the most frightening period in my life on a continuing basis that I have ever experienced in Hong Kong or anywhere. And it was particularly alarming in Hong Kong. Well, if I look at the national security law, the first thing is when I look through the sections, I can see really that the people who've done the drafting have been looking at what happened in Hong Kong. It has had some long-term, very positive effects, in my view, in order to maintain stability. Hong Kong remains a really positive place, from what I can see from reading and studying, to do business. If I were in business, the prospects are bigger now, greater now than they were 20 years ago or even 10 years ago. It's likely that over the next 10 or 20 years they'll be bigger still. So I would expect people to keep coming here. People here work hard. They apply themselves intelligently to solving problems. Even when they disagree with each other, they know how to get along with one another. They can see common interest. I will continue to live here now that stability and safety have been restored. As the British philosopher John Gray said, if you want to be free, you need first to feel safe. Without safety, you've got nothing. And that's what we were on the verge of losing in 2019. So I think it remains a great place to live.